Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm up here today to, tell the government that we don't like what they're doing. I listen to your channel quite a lot, so it's a nice day for it. There's a lot of people here. Everyone's got the same message for the authorities that we're not going to comply. We're not interested in what you're saying. We believe that you're sending us down a route which looks pretty dark, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's what my friend and I here we're both from Kent, and it's not very far, and I know there's lots of people, all manner of places we don't agree with this. So, yeah.
So, is this your first one?
No, I've been up here last summer. There was a massive amount of people last May or June on a march. We ended up in Shepherd's Bush of all places. It was like a 12-mile walk it was that time.
Yeah.
Hopefully we won't go quite so far today, but it'll be dark by that time anyway. So that was fun. It's nice to meet lots of people who are on the same wavelength as you. We're all from different backgrounds. It's great to see so many people up here sticking two fingers up basically to the government. So
it's just so nice being with, as you say, with like-minded people for a few hours, isn't it?
Isn't it just, yeah. I know you've been on a few shopping trips, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah, I've heard about them.
Just a few. I think this is about the 13th or 14th one, really.
No, really?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Including some little local ones I've been on, and a few other bits and bobs.
Yeah, we attend our stand in the park locally, which was in the park but is now in Wetherspoons. So Wetherspoons are happy to have us on a Sunday morning. There's about 20-25 of us in our group. So I think it's got to happen locally, isn't it? I mean, this is great, but you've got to get yourself organised locally too. To hopefully you want businesses locally who appreciate our views too, and you'll end up supporting those local businesses.
Yeah, we're starting to talk about in our local stand about organising a directory of shall we say, awake businesses.
Yes, you should. Look, I think it's very difficult for local businesses, isn't it? I think you sort of know when you walk in one, don't you, whether they're pro the system or whether they've got views which might be outside of the mainstream. You sort of know, don't you? Go to a local pub where some pubs are crazy about it, some you can just tell. They'll just do the minimum that they have to do to keep the authorities off their back. So yeah, we should support them, shouldn't we?
Yeah. With the whole Big V sort of passport thing.
Yeah.
I know we've got
That's a disgrace. Sorry, Tim, I interrupted you, but I felt it firsthand last week because I'm a horse racing fan, and I was at Cheltenham Racecourse last week, and although it wasn't ready for last week, they were piloting it as I turned up at the course, and they were asking people for their proof of that. Obviously they were letting you in if you didn't have it, but they were piloting it for their next meet in January, and I felt sick to my stomach. I had all this stuff blaring out, Big Brother blaring out from saying wash your hands, keep your distance, blah blah blah, and they were basically saying next time you won't be able to come. So I've been going there for 30 years, so I won't be able to go anymore. So that's not my interest, but one of my interests.
Yeah, one of your passions, and to be denied it's just criminal.
And my fellow friends are saying, just get the jab.
Yeah.
Worries you, doesn't it, when people say that? What do you do?
That's it.
People you've known for years are sort of, they just want you to go with the programme.
Oh, Tim from Fair Play now, on the 18th December 2021, Parliament Square. So we're just marching out of Parliament Square now, about 1 p.m, and looks like there's a good old crowd here actually. When I first turned up at Parliament Square, it didn't look like it's going to be that great a number, but yeah, it's a good turnout here. Yeah, really pleased.
Beautiful people, did we come in to run the place? No, we did not. We came in for freedom.
So you're Fifi, aren't you?
I am Fifi, yes.
Yeah, you sort of set up Stand in the Park in this country.
I did, yeah. Back in February.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So
It's been a lifesaver, not only for me and my wife, but for so many people. It's been,
it is a lifeline. Oh, there she is. This is my right-hand gal, Sam. Hello. She's found the Basingstoke stand and just would have, I would have been carted off, I think, in a straitjacket if I hadn't had her help.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's a lot of work getting it going, but
it's doing a lot of good for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
and
what it's about.
I know a lot of people from my channel are saying, you know, how much of a lifesaver it is and how they found it.
Music to my ears, that's what it's all about, bringing people together. Standing in solidarity. It's just great. I couldn't be more happy the way it's all come together. It's the right thing at the right time for a lot of people.
I think so,
And I was the same, you know, that's why I started it. I was desperate to meet like-minded people and to make my stand, you know, draw my line in the sand. So,
same with us all, I think. Have you got any plans of kind of expanding it into like a network of resources? And
we've got an outreach programme. We're doing a lot of work on the website.
Right.
So, it's organically growing. You know, it's the standards themselves as well who evolved this.
Right.
And so, it's. We'll see what happens in the new year.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's it. Well, thank you very much. Keep up the good work. Actually, as you can see, there's a lot of energy today. Good numbers are good. Lot of noise, lot of energy, and having a good time meeting some very like-minded people. And it is a good day, I think. I see you got quite an interesting little kind of legal argument.
Yeah, the word conscientious objector, most people put to the soldiers that refuse to fight wars because they conscientiously object. But the phrase actually come from an MP who was a practicing medical doctor who conscientiously objected to the smallpox. The government said everybody must have it. And he took the government to the court and said, no, you cannot mandate on people's rights over their own body. They have the rights over their own body.
Right.
And the court systems agreed with this doctor, also MP, that the government do not have the legal right to mandate things. After he'd won his case, the doctor then, an MP, then took his family and had them vaccinated. But he conscientiously objected, and he's made a point in law that the government do not have the right over our bodies. We have that right ourselves, so they cannot mandate for us to have the vaccine.
Okay, do you know what law that is?
Do you know, I wouldn't. It's your civil right, be under your Civil Rights Act,
Right, yeah.
and they do not have the right to mandate vaccines. They cannot force you to have medical procedures.
Right, okay.
So,
Right, well, that's been very interesting, thank you.
And basically, I said, fuck the government, yeah, the government can lick my ass, yeah. I've got an album here called Exempt, yeah, and I've got a new one called Still Exempt. It's INSPECKTAVEG. Basically, fake food, fake medicine, fake education, that's just evil. What covered the earth with concrete, enslaved us with money, now they're gonna save us with a needle. Listen out to my music, and basically, we're living in a frequency war, that's what it boils down to. When you think about the past and future, you project time and space and lower your frequency. Drink the herbs, eat the fruit, eat the salad, do the breath work, bring the trauma to the surface and surrender to the trauma. Because basically, they're only farming us because they've got us traumatized up to fuck now. We're eating shit food, shit medicine, and now they're trying to stick needles in our arms, make us wear masks, and stick shit in our noses. Fuck that!
Hi Tim! Hello! Nice to meet you. I'll say something. Speak your mind.
Hi Tim, love to everybody out there. Keep the peace, and we're going to get through this. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that positive note. Thank you. Cheers. Lovely. Let it rip, basically.
Okay.
So here we go. It's a couple of subscribers. What's brought you up here today?
Well, we listened to the votes go through. I'm absolutely disgusted with the way they behaved. I can't believe it was only just over 100 MPs voted against it, you know. So it was time to get out on the street, you know, it's time to stand up, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here, and I'm really impressed. Great crowd, lots of mixed group of people. It's brilliant.
This is your first one?
Got to get back to normal.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, this is my first one. Yeah, it is. We're one of those. Shall we? Shan't we? But after that, it's the time is now. Everyone should stand up now. So that's how I feel. So that's why we're here.
Great, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Take care, mate.
Thank you.
You are working primary school, and we are being asked not only.
Whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I've come.
Hi.
I've been coming to them all. They've got bigger each time, so that's good. We're getting the message out there to the masses, and hopefully we'll get more people on board, considering just what's going on in the Houses of Parliament. You know, when people were losing their businesses and dying, it's just outrageous, and I don't know how they're still in power. So let's keep our fingers crossed that these people get taken down very quickly, and we can get our lives back on track.
Thank you very much.
Take
Well
care.
said.
Bye.
I'm getting that, thank you. Oh, then what brings you here today? Resist, defy, do not comply, I agree.
Say no, yeah.
Yeah, come on.
What I want to say is that I'm pro-choice, and pro-choice, and that's it. Really, we need a choice. It's democracy. It's democracy. They've got other options, but they refuse to give us any options. Like, you can have antibody tests, because regardless of people who feel kind of scared that people other people still have a choice. Because you can have Invectamin, you can have antibody tests. Antibody tests cost the same amount of money as PCR tests. Why are we not given a choice?
Yeah, thank you.
Or something, you know.